Hey everyone, I wanted to make a video about child support and the narcissists, about their behavior, their actions, and why they may be giving you such a hard time, especially if you have them on child support. I know many of you are co-parenting, are not co-parenting. What we call it when we're parenting with a narcissist is parallel parenting, because in order for you to co-parent with somebody, y'all will have to be in an agreement in a healthy parenting situation. And if you're parenting with a narcissist, you know that this situation is very, very toxic, and it's not what it should be when it comes to parenting. So we call it parallel parenting. And before I get into this video, I want to encourage you guys to like this video, subscribe so you never miss an upload, and just comment and share your stories with me, guys. So I'm going to jump right into it. As I mentioned earlier, many of you are, you share children with a narcissist. You have perhaps been through the family court process, and you have been through the child custody. You have a child custody order, and after the child custody takes place and the fraternity testing and all of that, you are entitled to some child support from the narcissist, especially if you have primary or sole custody. This will bring up on a big narcissistic injury for the narcissist, because they feel like they feel angry. First of all, they're very angry. They're very upset. They're very disappointed with you. They can't believe that you have the audacity to put them on child support. It's like, how dare you put me on child support? You hold me responsible for something. It's just they are very they have childlike emotions and feelings, and they just don't want to be held accountable for that, because this means that if they don't do what they're supposed to do with the child support coming out of their check, or holding up a job, better yet, having a job and employment and staying there so that you can get the child support money so you can support your children. If they're not doing what they're supposed to do for a period of time, then they can have other consequences, as far as going to jail, or having more money come out if it's been such a long time since you've gotten anything, or having their passports taken, or their licenses and things of that nature. It just depends on how far they are behind, because some of you have big cases of child support with, like, the narcissist parents are owing like $30,000, $40,000, $100,000s of dollars, and some of it may be way smaller than that amount. It doesn't have to be anything large, but to just bring it back to the main point, they just don't like to be held accountable for their actions. So this can bring up in a lot of rage in them, and they'll do a lot of stalking outside of court. And I say outside of court because I mean, if you do have the narcissist on child support, I'm pretty sure you've been to the courthouse plenty of times. It's never a one-time thing when it comes to narcissists, because it's so difficult to deal with them. First of all, many of you have been in a toxic relationship with them. You left the situation, or you got yourself out of this situation somehow, and you realize how evil and hateful this person is. And when it comes to the court process, especially in my experience, I've been in and out for years, for a very, very, very long time. I've been in and out of child support court, domestic violence court, family court for child custody, mediation. So it's a ongoing process, and it'll probably be an 18-year process if you're dealing with a narcissist, because they do not want to do what they're supposed to do, and they hate being held accountable. So they'll stalk you, outside of court. They'll try to get information on you to deem you to be an unfit parent. That's their goal, to change the narrative, to change the the lanes of things, for them to get the custody and you to pay them child support. That's what they would love. So they can have your money and buy drugs and things of that nature. Whatever feeds their, giving them a new source of supply. They would love to have the tables turned around. So a lot of you individuals have to be careful when you're, outside of court and you're trying to follow the court orders and do what you're supposed to do, because the narcissists, we all know they're stalkers, they're obsessed, and they're obsessed with winning. So if they're paying you child support, that's not winning to them. In their minds, it's really like they're being punished, and it's not winning to them. It's basically like taking a loss, taking an L, as a lot of people will say, because they feel like they're being held accountable. They don't like to be held accountable. So they will, another thing that these people will do, if they'll just keep thinking and thinking and thinking about it, these people cannot sleep. They cannot eat. They can't do anything without thinking about how to get this, how to change this situation, how to change it, how to harm you, how to change it. The only way they keep on coming to a conclusion is going back to family court. So they'll go and lie to the family court judges. They'll lie on you. It doesn't have to be you. It could be anybody that's close to you. They just want to inflict pain. They will even lie on your grandmother. If your grandmother is involved in your children's life that you share with the narcissist, they will lie and try to say that she's unfit somehow. They'll lie on your mothers, your fathers. They will lie on anybody, especially your new spouses or your new partners. Narcissists don't have empathy, so they don't mind lying just to get themselves out of the child support situation. So that's something that a lot of you are going to have to be careful about. And in the midst of them trying to get off of it or get out of it for years, you'll be in and out of family court for years and years and years, just because they're trying to get out of child support. So in the midst of this, we know they don't keep jobs as well, because they just don't do well. They always going to complain, or it's going to be some type of issue with the job or an employer or something. So they're going to be switching a lot of jobs throughout the year. So you're going to have to stay on top of this, because a lot of you, need this help, and there's nothing wrong with needing child support. Don't let anyone else tell you that there's something wrong with that. I did have a family member of mine tell me, well, this is why you're causing all these, this is your fault that you're causing all these problems. This is what she basically was saying. She had a child as well. She said, I didn't never put him on child support. I don't, I don't do the child support thing. So this is why you're having all these problems, because you started the child support thing. And I was just, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe she was saying that to me. I'm trying to support our son, and it's nothing wrong with it. Of course the extra money would help raise your child, give them the things that they need, clothing and shoes, and, with their insurance and everything that they need in their, activities and everything. And for someone just to blame you for that, she didn't understand the disorder. And she didn't even know about narcissism, because neither did I at the time. But you cannot take advice from people who don't understand what narcissism is. That's the first mistake you're making. If you're involved in a child custody case, you need to surround yourself around people who understand these behaviors and these things that they are doing. They need to understand the gaslighting, the manipulation, the lying, the triangulation, so they can, cope with you and help give you, the support that you need. If they don't understand it, you're dealing with the wrong type of people. And it can even be a family member, unfortunately. But you cannot share what's going on with the narcissist with them, because they will try to point it and make it seem like you're doing something wrong when you're not. But the narcissist, again, these people, they hate being on child support. I'm going to be honest with you. They can't stand it. They hate it. They hate it coming out their checks every month. So they'll switch up jobs even on purpose. So you may be at a situation where you just got out of court, let's say last week. You just went to child support court against a narcissist, and, they made an order for, whatever the amount is to be coming out in the narcissist paycheck. And I would say a couple of months later, the narcissist will quit that job and get another job, because the court system is just so crazy. It's not like you can go back to court just like that. You got to wait. Sometimes when you go down to the courthouse and you file for something, you don't go to court from like 3 to 6 months down the line. So look at this. That's a 3 to 6 month gap that you're not getting support that you need for your child because the narcissist is playing games. So one thing they will do, they will switch up jobs on you. And some of them are even slick, like the one that I'm dealing with right now, the narcissist in my situation. They'll switch a job also, but they'll go down there paying little amounts because they want to control what they pay you. They don't want to be, they don't want to be forced or ordered to pay anything. So they'll switch a job, the same scenario. You went to court last week, boom, you have this amount coming out of check and everything's going good. You're getting the child support money, and a couple of months out after you just got out of court against a narcissist, they'll switch the job, and a narcissist will also, some of them will also go down to the courthouse every week and pay like $20 or $15-$20 just because they want to be able to control. And don't fall for that, because they're trying to, that's just another way of them controlling the situation, the controlling individuals that they are. Don't fall for that. Go down there and do what's right. Take them back down there. And it may be frustrating and it may be tiring and you may not want to fight because it's still abuse, in a way. They're just abusing you through the court system. And you may not have the money for attorney, but it doesn't matter. You can always do proceed and represent yourself. And I'll be making a lot of videos about proceed because that's what I've done for many years, representing myself in court. You may not have the money for attorney. I mean, we all know attorneys are very expensive, and it's just so frustrating with narcissists because a lot of times, like I said, many of you are going to be in court a lot, and it may affect your health. It may affect your well-being because you just are so tired. And sometimes you'll go down there and the results may not be the way you want them to be because some judges just don't get it. And some of them judges are just narcissists as well. So it's really a very stressful process. And I'm here to, I'm here for you guys. I understand exactly what you're going through. So if the narcissist is avoiding child support and that's his weakness, you have to be on top of this because this is his weakness. He will end up getting himself in a lot of trouble just because they want to play games with child support. So you hold them accountable for that. Don't be scared of them. They're bullies. We all know that. But hold them accountable for the child support because they don't want to be held accountable for anything. Now, as far as when you go into family court and child custody and all that, be prepared for more lies, more false allegations being made because they think that if they tell the family court judges this, that they will take your primary or sole custody rights away and give it to the narcissist. And the narcissist thinks in their mind, this is the key to getting off of child support. So be careful for the other games in family court and things of that nature. Just be careful. Watch your back. Many of you you have a home. Make sure you have security and things of that nature because you're dealing with some really dangerous people. Narcissists are dangerous. They will do things when they're injured. They will try to attack you when they have a narcissist injury. They will try to attack you. They'll try to attack others. They will try to set you up and make it look like you did something wrong. A lot of cases of that going on. They are so vindictive and they want to hurt you. So they're vindictive because they have to pay you child support, so they want to get you back. So you have to just really be careful in the way you live your life. Just be careful and like I said, just hold them accountable. Don't let them scare you into not putting them on child support. Don't let them get away with that. So share your story.